Hello friends. Today a lot of people could not join the webinar, and there was a request to put up on YouTube kind of file for shoulder manual therapy key concepts. So I thought of recording this lecture for all of you. To begin with, I'd like to say that all of us can be put up into three categories. One is we had shoulder pain. Second one is like we have shoulder pain, and third one is will have shoulder pain. What I mean to say is entire world can be put up into three categories: those who had shoulder pain, those who have shoulder pain, and those who will have shoulder pain. That means shoulder pain is going to be the part and parcel of our life. Having said that, what I mean to say is after low back pain and neck pain, shoulder is like one of the important musculoskeletal issue for we as a physiotherapist. Try and understand that as a patient, you understand that you have shoulder only when it hurts. Till that time, you don't bother to think about the shoulder. Understand that a patient who has got shoulder problem, almost everything creates the trouble. What I mean is activities of daily living. We always say activities of daily living as A, B, C, D, E. That is ambulation, bathing, cleaning or communication, dressing, and eating. So try and understand that the person who is using walking aid or otherwise orthopedic appliance for walking can have shoulder painful as one of the major issue. Second is while bathing, if you have shoulder pain, it becomes a problem even for communication also, otherwise cleaning purpose. Then we say dressing purpose, especially for say reaching to the back side of the neck, especially wearing the dresses in women becomes problem, even while eating also, because it involves the shoulder movements. So ABCDE can be painful, but I always put it in a funny way that khate pite nahate sote, it reminds you that you have shoulder pathology. What I mean is shoulder is required even for sleep also. That is, we tend to put up our hand like this, otherwise we tend to sleep only on left or right side. And just imagine if there's a shoulder pain, it becomes difficult to sleep onto one side, especially the side that is painful. So the concept is khate pite nate sote, it creates problem for us in case we have shoulder pathology. So shoulder pain is not just shoulder pain. Shoulder pain is not just the problem in the shoulder. Shoulder pain becomes a problem of your life. So it becomes an important issue for patient as well as physiotherapists to understand the shoulder pathologies from manual therapy perspectives. This I can skip. This is a sign of manual therapy. This I can skip. Ask this question before you go ahead. Is it appropriate for you as a physiotherapist to touch shoulder? If answer is yes, go ahead. If answer is no, then stop there only. Now what I mean is just imagine that patient has got just now the fracture or otherwise dislocation of the shoulder and comes to me as a physiotherapist, and if it is not appropriate for me to touch the patient, in other words, if that situation doesn't permit me to touch that patient's shoulder as a physiotherapist, otherwise there's a major red flag or contraindication. It's better not to touch the shoulder of a patient, man. It's better to refer. But on the contrary, if answer is yes, that's green, you should go ahead. Now that's a funny kind of change for you. I call it the James of presentation. Whatever you do, give always 100% unless you are donating blood. Okay, this is a key concept. I call it a screening of the shoulder. In other words, you can call it as a shoulder reach test. So what you can do is you can perform the shoulder reach test on the right side and the left side. What I mean is first right shoulder on top like this, and then left shoulder on the top. And the instruction to the patient is try to touch your fingers on the back of the shoulder and try to overlap them. And look for the three magic letters. I call it as a PID. That is pain, inability, and difficulty. If your patient has got anything problematic, that is either pain, or as patient say I'm not able to reach, or as patient finds difficulty, then definitely there's a shoulder pain and pathology issues. But on the contrary, if patient can do the shoulder ridge test easily and patient doesn't have uh, anything like pain, inability, or difficulty, then remember that your patient probably doesn't have any shoulder pathology. So one of the best use of shoulder ridge test is for screening the shoulder pathologies. Having screened, the shoulder, the question comes is why to use manual therapy. Uh, I'll skip going into the depth of this, but in short, uh, because your patient has got shoulder pain and stiffness, you want to use manual therapy. Now, this is a change for you. Big problem, the doctor could not find anything wrong with Mr. Tom, but he complained of a big problem anyway. What's your problem? Asked the doctor. My problem is that I have big bowel movement every morning at 6 o'clock, said Mr. Tom. That's good. Everyone should, said the doctor. Then Mr. Tom, well, but doctor, I don't even wake up until 7. I hope you understood the humor. Okay, let's go ahead. And okay, here I'm not going to do the publicity of my books, but I'm going to talk about an important concept that usually I come across from the students. That is, should I use electrotherapy or should I use exercise therapy and manual therapy? Uh, I don't answer this question straightforward. I just ask another question. Tell me whether your right hand is important or left hand is important. And obviously the answer comes as both the hands are important. Likewise, uh, we as a physiotherapist, for us, both the things are important, electrotherapy also and orthopedic physiotherapy also. Now look at this interesting concept. I call it as ADJ concept. uh, every single patient who is going to walk into your clinic with a shoulder pain uh, will have problem at these three areas. A stands for acromion, D stands for deltoid region, and J stands for joint line. So your patient will have pain at either acromion, deltoid, or else joint line. Don't look at the model, look at what's he showing. So our job is very simple. Ask the patient where it hurts and look at how the patient is showing you the shoulder pain. If the patient is showing you the shoulder pain with the finger or the palm, I call it as a finger sign or the palm sign. If your patient is showing the pain with just one finger, that means there is very localized pathologies such as bursitis, tendinitis, or AC joint problem. But on the contrary, if your patient is showing with the entire palm, that means probably entire joint is involved. Or in other words, it's more of articular problem. So localized versus generalized and extra-articular versus articular, you can get an idea by just asking the patient to show where it hurts and look for whether the patient is showing with the finger or there is palm. Finger, it suggests more of localized or there is extra-articular problem, and with the palm, it suggests more of generalized and articular problem. Okay, this is key concept. I call it as 1 by 4 joint concept. Your patient who comes with the shoulder problem will have pathology in 1 out of the 4 joint. Now, which are these 1 out of 4 joints? Say first joint is SC joint, we call sternoclavicular joint, AC joint, that is acromioclavicular joint, GH joint, that is glenohumeral joint, and ST joint, that is scapulothoracic joint. Let me repeat: SC, AC, GH, and ST. So it's a common sense that if your patient has got pathology at sternoclavicular joint, then your treatment should be guided and directed to SC joint. But on the contrary, if your patient has got problem in glenohumeral joint and you start working at SC, you're wasting your time. So understand the concept here is your patient can have pathology in 1 by 4 joint and your treatment should be directed to this joint which has got a pathology. Okay, this is a gem. Marital caution: even if your wife uses dual SIM phone, save both numbers as wife. Never save it as wife 1 and wife 2, forwarded from a hospital as husband. I hope you understood that. Okay, this is an interesting concept as far as the shoulder pathologies are concerned. I have put up this in my book, Basics of Orthopedic Physiotherapy also. I call it as a DOT concept. D stands for degeneration, O stands for overuse, and T stands for trauma. Ask the patient what's your age. If your patient's age is above 60, that could be more of degenerative pathology. If your patient uh, say has got overuse, what we got to do is just ask another question: what's your occupation? And if the occupation suggests overuse, then it could be overuse pathology such as athletes. T, ask the history of trauma such as fall, accident, and so on and so forth. So the dot here is degeneration, overuse, and trauma. Let me confess you honestly that most of the time the trauma in a patient with a shoulder is quite funny. The patient says that I tried lifting up the cylinder in the house few days back. Otherwise, I had to travel and I had to lift up the bag. So even such kind of trauma could give rise to shoulder pathologies. So this concept was dot. degeneration, overuse, and trauma. Okay, that's funny thing. Welcome to online weight loss clinic. To lose 10 pounds, please click your mouse 6 million times. That's a funny way, but that has a strong message. That strong message is we should avoid sitting. Some of my Swedish friends says that sitting is another form of smoking. What it means to say is one should avoid prolonged sitting, and here the best bet is avoid prolonged static posture. And our key is very simple, that we should restrict sitting for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes we should have change. Now this is interesting concept, I call it as TNT. So you can divide all shoulder problems into traumatic and non-traumatic. uh, Shoulder injuries are basically soft tissue injuries, hard tissue injuries, and spatial tissue injuries. When I say soft tissue injury, it's more of flesh, such as say skin, muscle, fascia, tendon, and so on and so forth. Hard tissue, I mean to say the bone, and spatial tissue, I mean to say the blood vessels, nerves, and so on and so forth. So we can classify the injuries as soft tissue injuries, hard tissue injuries, and spatial tissue injuries. Okay, this is another way to put up the shoulder problems. I call it as a SAC, that is acute, subacute, and chronic. When your patient has got pathology of say 0 to 6 weeks, it is acute. 6 to 12 weeks is subacute, and more than 12 weeks is chronic. In other words, more than 3 months is chronic. Now, the question why to talk about acute, subacute, and chronic. The reason is very simple. Entire management concept and strategies uh, depends on uh, whether it is acute, subacute, or chronic pathology. Uh, I think I can stop here in the first part of the lecture, and I'll continue in the second part a little later on. So, thank you for listening, and because the time doesn't permit me, I'll wind up here in first part.